YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Booba and welcome back to another play review on the channel. Hope you guys are having an incredible day. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and check out the new On This Day Icon SBC card for none other than Zanetti. Zanetti is an 87 rated card. He has the mostly explosive acceleration type, right footer with 3-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. Now we do see a bit of versatility with the card, which is always really nice to see. He can play both the right back and left back positions. As you guys know, his base icon card can also play the center mid position, and it is a bit of a letdown that EA took that away with this version of the card. If we go ahead and look at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we can see that the card is pretty well rounded, especially from a defensive point of view. If you do compare this version of the card to his base icon card, this one does have a lot better technical stats, but the physical side to his game is a little bit lower in terms of like defending and physicality. So if you do like to play with like an overlapping fullback, I do think that this version of the card could be a pretty solid option for you. Now he does have 88 pace overall with 88 acceleration and 88 sprint speed, and they did also go ahead and give him the rapid playstyle plus. A great addition for the card, man. You guys know that this year the rapid and the quick step is just so OP in game. So down that right hand side, man, with the ball at his feet, he should be very good. Going to be very difficult to catch up to him, and then also the recovery speed should be pretty nice as well. The 65 shooting isn't going to be that important because obviously he is a fullback, but maybe if you find yourself in like more advanced positions with him, maybe you can score a few goals. The 87 passing going to be a huge part to his game, especially if you do incorporate him as an overlapping fullback, man. And for the most part, he does have some incredible passing stats: 85 vision, 92 crossing, 92 short pass, and 86 long pass. He does also have the 4-star weak foot. The only real letdown for the card in terms of passing is the fact that he doesn't have any passing playstyles. I think maybe like the whip pass or maybe like the long ball pass would have been a really nice addition for him. But ultimately, boys, when you go ahead and pair that with his 85 dribbling, I do expect the chance creation with the card to be really effective. And for the most part, some really nice dribbling stats: 82 agility, 84 balance, 89 reactions. They did also give him 3-star skill moves compared to 2-star skill moves. And then last but not least, boys, the 83 defending and 75 physical. Now, as you guys know, we do still need that defensive coverage, so those are two really important stats. And if you do just want to maybe incorporate him as a fullback in your starting 11, the anchor chem style would be a great option, maybe even the shadow chem style. I really like the fact that he does have two defensive play styles: 85 interceptions, 81 defensive awareness, and 84 stand tackle. I do still expect him defensively to be really good, especially when you go ahead and pair that with his physicality. Now he does have 93 stamina, so he should be able to last a full 90 minutes. And then he does also have 70 strength and 75 aggression, which for a defender isn't bad, but it can most definitely be a little bit better. Now in terms of play styles, boys, he does have 6 different play styles, the rapid play style plus being a great addition for the card. And then he does also have the power shot, jockey, intercept, press, proven, and relentless. And as you guys can see, his play styles are evenly spread out, man. In more advanced positions, the power shot could be pretty interesting to test out as well. The only real letdown is that compared to his base icon card, they did take away the anticipate. The anticipate with this version would have been so good. And when it comes to player roles, there is a bit of variety with the way that you can incorporate him in game. He does have a player role plus as a wing back if you do want to run him at the right back position. And then alongside that, he does also have 3 player role pluses as an attacking wingback, as a fullback, and then also as a wingback. Now, as you guys probably already know, in order to complete the SBC, it is going to cost you roughly 400,000 coins. There are 8 different requirements, which is a tad bit expensive, but it is going to be really interesting to see whether or not it's worth picking this card up. If you guys do enjoy these FC25 player reviews and you want to see more of them on the channel, definitely let me know by leaving a like, turn on that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. This is a team we're going to be using in Division Rivals to test out the new Zanetti card. We're going to be playing him at the right back position as that wing back in the 4-4-2 formation. So without further ado, boys, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 and let's see how good this card really is. Alright, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using the new Zanetti icon card, and I must say I'm actually really excited to test him out. Now, first things first, you guys know how we like to start off every player review, and that is by testing out the card's dribbling. And for a fullback, he does have some really nice dribbling stats. He does also have the press proven play style, so as you guys can see, he does keep the ball very close. 4-star skill moves would have been a pretty cool addition though. Now, very early on in the game, I'm just going to go for a cross diagonal and see if we can get him a little bit further up the pitch. The physical side to his game going to be really important right there. That was a good header. Johnson, we're just going to maybe try to play it back. Zanetti, simple through ball right there. Oh, we just can't get our shot off, man. That's unlucky. Now, as that wing back in the 4-4-2 formation, we need him to be very good going forward while still providing that defensive cover. Now, right here, we do need a little bit of manual defending. That was a nice interception, boys. The intercept playstyle is going to be huge for the card. Nice. Now, we do have Zanetti making that run. First time over the top through ball. As you guys know, man, that first time over the top through ball is so good. And then we'll go for a power shot. My aim should be a little bit better right there, but those are some nice, really good early signs. Now, because he does have really good reactions and composure, we are going to try to do as much manual defending with the card as possible. That's a nice tackle right there. And we did give him the shadow chem style, so he should be very quick. Now, as you guys know, with Zanetti, he does have the power shot play style, so maybe if we can get him in like a really advanced position, we can maybe test that out. Ooh, the first touch right there isn't great. R3 touch into a power shot. Zanetti it's okay, man. As you guys know, doesn't have the greatest of long shots, but the power shot playstyle is pretty cool to see. Now, for you guys that don't know, this is actually a really good goal kick tactic to go ahead and incorporate. You basically just want to go ahead and call your team short. You signal one fullback to make a run, and then with your other fullback, you go for a cross diagonal. Zanetti's long range passing, not too bad right there. It has worked out for us. That's nice. All right, boys, counter-attacking football right here. Let's see if we can maybe try to get him a little bit further up the pitch. For Lamendi, he is making that run, so we'll go cross diagonal. We should be able to get to it. We just need a good touch, boys. There it is. Zanetti whip it in. It's a lovely ball, boys. Just a little bit more power behind it, but that's exactly what he can bring in those more advanced positions. Zanetti. Now, as you guys can see, man, we are in the 73rd minute, and he is quite tired. So even though he does have really high stamina and the relentless playstyle, if you do make a lot of runs with him, he is going to be tired late in the game. But again, picking up a really nice pocket of space. The cutback, boys. The cutback should be a lot better. I was trying to play that into Alvarez. And again, man, maybe if he had like the ping pass playstyle, we get it to him right there. But no passing playstyles is a bit of a letdown. All right, boys, here we are jumping into game number 2. And so far, so good. Now, as you guys know, in order to complete the SBC, there are 8 different requirements. And I will say for the price, it might be a little bit more expensive, especially with this base icon card only going on the market for like 290,000 coins. Zanetti. This is where we need a little bit of recovery speed, boys. I mean, look at him with the shadow chem style. Very, very quick right there. Gets in front of Haji. That's exactly what we need. And I feel like that's been a really good quality for the card. You know, it's very difficult to get around him. Very difficult to catch up to him as well. There goes that cross diagonal. It's a lovely switch, boys. I'm just going to maybe go for a cutback. No, he's covered that pretty well. Zanetti played across the box. A decent play right there. The pass could have been a little bit better. Now, the power shot playstyle hasn't been anything too crazy with the card just because his shooting isn't great. But sometimes you can incorporate it. Zanetti, nice. A little bit of left stick dribbling right here. Keeping it very close. That's smooth, boys. For a fullback, that's really nice to see. Alvarez, first time over top through ball. We timed that perfectly, boys. Zanetti, great attacking positioning. A simple through ball. It's let him down, man. The passing right there has to be a lot better, in my opinion. But really good attacking positioning. You know, we were able to break the defensive line, which was great to see. But again, man, no passing playstyles. I really haven't seen his long range passing being a problem, but the short range passing can be a little bit inconsistent. The one thing that I will say so far is that there's a nice balance with the card. I feel like, I mean, the defensive cover is good. The chance creation hasn't been too bad either. I feel like the card is just missing 1 or 2 things to really take him to a whole nother level. Again, boys, we do have Zanetti making that run. This guy's playing a very high line, so breaking down that defensive line has been a little bit more difficult. That's a lovely cross diagonal. Zanetti touch into a power shot. It's a lovely finish, boys. He isn't very clinical in game, but maybe like in those more advanced positions, he can still bag a few goals. I mean, the power shot playstyle for a fullback isn't that important, but you can most definitely incorporate it from time to time. That's great from Zanetti, man. A beautiful interception right there. Again, man, the defensive cover with the shadow has been incredible. Now, because the stamina is a little bit lower because we made so many runs with him, I'm just going to maybe try to switch it up. Cross diagonal with Zanetti this time. 4-star weak foot. And again, man, there has been a lot of balance with the card, a little bit of variety with the way that you can play with him as well. Through the middle. That's great, boys. Darwin Núñez go for the fake shot back onto his left foot. Go for the shot. It's a lovely finish, boys. That's exactly what we needed. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new On This Day Icon Zanetti card in a few games of Division Rivals. And I will say a pretty solid player in game. Now, if we go ahead and dissect his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we did give him the Shadow Chem style. And with the Shadow Chem style, man, I think that he's a very good overlapping fullback. With the Shadow, he does have 96 pace overall with the Rapid Play Style Plus. And down that right-hand side, he was extremely quick. And I will say, if you do play with an overlapping fullback, I think that he could be a really solid addition to your team. The 65 shooting, as you guys saw in some of those highlights, wasn't very consistent, but in some situations, he can also score a few goals, which is really nice to see. The chance creation down that right-hand side was definitely one of the standout areas for the card, and I will say his passing in-game was quite accurate. The long-range passing, despite him not having the long ball pass playstyle, was still really good to go ahead and use, especially with the 4-star weak foot. The short-range passing may be a little bit more inconsistent, especially with him not having the ping pass or the incisive pass playstyle, which would have been 2 great additions for the card. The 85 dribbling for me personally, boys, was a huge part to his game, and I will say on the ball was quite quick and swift, which was really nice to see. Keep in mind, he does have the press proven playstyle, so it is a little bit more difficult to get him off of the ball. So in those more advanced positions, if you use left stick dribbling, if you shield off a couple players, that's going to be really good to use. And then last but not least, boys, the defensive cover, probably the most important area, especially for a fullback. With the Shadow Chem style, I do think that defensively he was really good. Very good at breaking up the play and advancing the ball forward, especially with the intercept playstyle. And then with the jockey playstyle as well, if you are good at manual defending, I mean, I think that he could be a really solid defender for you. Overall, boys, I'm going to go ahead and give the card like an 8.5 out of 10 rating. I really enjoyed using him as that wingback in the 4-4-2 formation. Now, as you guys know, in order to complete the SBC, there are 8 different requirements, and it is going to cost you roughly 400,000 coins to complete. If I had to compare this version of the card with his base icon card, I mean, this one technically is a lot better in my opinion. The rapid playstyle plus is a great addition for the card as well, but the defending and physicality is a little bit lower. They did take away the anticipate playstyle, which is a huge letdown for the card. And with him costing roughly 400,000 coins to complete, I do think that is a tad bit expensive, especially with them taking away the center mid position. It would have been really nice to see the center mid position for this version of the card. I think that maybe like as a box-to-box midfielder, he would have been a really solid choice. But with the way that the card is set up, yes, the rapid playstyle plus is a great addition for the card. 3-star skill moves as well is pretty good. But for 400,000 coins, I do think that it's a tad bit overpriced. If you do want to use Zanetti, I would probably just use his base icon card off of the market. And yeah, man, although he is a very solid player in game, I do think that he's missing a few things to really take him to a whole nother level. And with the SBC costing roughly 400,000 coins to complete and fodder being a little bit more difficult to acquire these days, I would probably just stay away from the SBC and use his regular base icon card. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like, comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.